What are some of the most common mistakes that we see businesses making in this arena?
Well, we only have time for a few, and we'd love to share them all. But I think the first one I would pick is seeing companies who do offer a stipend or reimbursement, some sort of amount on their team members' paycheck, which is intended for helping them pay for whatever medical insurance that it is they want to buy. And on the surface, that sounds really awesome. But unfortunately, dun dun dun, the good old IRS says you really can't do it that way. So the takeaway here is that if you are reimbursing your team members on a tax-free basis, for medical, you actually have to have some sort of plan established. There's a couple of different ways you can go about it. We won't cover today, but just know that if you're doing it on a tax-free basis, there's some other things IRS says you have to do. But if you wanted to just give them an additional amount and tax it, you totally can. But just know that that's very different than giving a pre-tax amount. That's a pretty common issue.
Wow. So you mean to tell me the IRS tells me as a small business not only to pay my workers, but how to pay my workers? Is that
Uh,
what you're saying, Summer?
they do. They pretty much tell you how to live your life, Joey. No, just yes, the IRS cares about anything that has to do with taxes, right? And so in this case, if it's a reimbursement, it's money that's not being taxed. So they absolutely do care about that.
Yeah, and we see businesses get into this issue if they're attempting payroll and benefits solo, even if they're attempting it with an accountant or a bookkeeper, who may be running their QuickBooks or what have you. If they don't know payroll, um, just because you're good at numbers doesn't mean you're good at payroll. Just because you're good at P&Ls and budgets and profit and loss doesn't mean you know the ins and outs of payroll accounting. And so this is a really big one that thinking about how to reconcile that could be a nightmare if it's a long standing thing that you've been doing. So definitely go into that. If you see that you're getting reimbursement from your employer and you don't have an IRS compliant plan set up, you might want to reach out to us and see if we can come help your business. Or if you're a business owner and you're like, I don't know if we're compliant, well, we're able to help you. So we offer payroll solutions that can help you get all of that up to speed.